It's in the game.
You are now rocking with the best, Sir Denny Blanco, super producer Randy J. Cruz, and the third addition to the Triangle Offense, Joe Cruz. This is It's in the Game podcast.
We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on the intro.
Well, you know, practice makes perfect, baby. Practice makes perfect. Randy, tell the kinfolk where they can find us, please.
You can find Denny Blanco on all social media platforms at Sir Denny Blanco, myself, Randy J. Cruz, Rendy, letter J C R U Z. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music, and most importantly, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download the rates, comments, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. And Denny Blanco, as you mentioned, the third man, the Triangle Offense, my boy Joe Cruz Jr. at Hoops in the Sun on Twitter, and J. Cruz CEO on Instagram. Joe, my man, how you doing?
Doing well. Looking forward to a wonderful show tonight. I'm glad to be with my brothers. It's In the Game podcast, baby.
That's right. Got a very interesting show today. Listen, you know, for those who are on Twitter pretty much all day, NBA fans, it seems like a certain all-star might be making his return from a crazy injury last year by the name of Jayson Tatum for the Boston Celtics. And without further ado, let's get on the guy who covers the Boston Celtics throughout the season, my man John Corrales. Now in the building. John, my man, how you doing?
I am great. Oh, please.
There you go.
Oh man, I miss you guys. I do love talking hoops with you all. This is a lot of fun.
It's been a while, man. First and foremost, how you, the family? It's been a while, man.
It has been a while, man. Everything's good. Like we're just slowly watching the snow melt over here.
Yes.
I got like 3 feet of snow, and it's just been every time I think I get some progress, it snows again. And so we're doing all right, though. We're doing all right because the Celtics are surprisingly good. Jayson Tatum is about to come back, and so no matter what happens outside, I know inside we're going to be enjoying a little bit of basketball up around here.
That's right. And as you could tell, Knicks fan over here, so I know Boston getting a lot of love today, but you know where I stand, but you know just to have fun. But listen, man, we always appreciate you coming on, talking about some NBA. Boston Celtics making a big thing today with the possible return of Jayson Tatum coming back from that Achilles injury last year in the playoffs. I know there's been back and forth and rumors and videos. Oh, could he be coming back? He's working out. He's in the gym. He's practicing. But now, as of today, it seems like he will be coming back this season. The most were kind of questioning should he sit out the whole season, but it looks like early as this Friday against the Mavericks, Jay Tatum, all-star champion, coming back for the Celtics. Once you found out, John, that the possibility is like damn near 100% of Tatum coming back, what was your first inclination like? Okay, let's see how it goes. What's the time frame they're going to give him on the court? Or did you feel like he should have sat out the entire season?
No, I've been pretty consistent for months now that he would come back right around this time. I have a clip out from a podcast in September saying early March. I think I was saying it before then. I knew that, you know, when it happened, they were saying, like his dad said, 9 months. And so there are a lot of things that happened. Like, obviously we don't want anybody to suffer this kind of injury, but it happened in New York. So you have the hospital for special surgery right there, where preeminent orthopedic surgeons do their work. Martin O'Malley the best of the best when it comes to Achilles repairs,
Mhm.
was there. And he was immediately like, as Tatum is in Madison Square Garden, they're on the phone with this guy. And he's like, hey, look, I've got an opening tomorrow. Let's just do it. And so we've never seen an Achilles injury be treated like this quickly. They did the speed bridge surgery, I believe. And so all of this stuff kind of like piles up. And you're like, okay, I feel like he's going to make it back in time. There was no reason not to. And I'm a big proponent of when a player is healthy and cleared, he should play. So this is everything I expected. And I think the next step is get out there, get on the court, play your 15 minutes to start. Maybe you come off the bench a little bit. For Tatum, I think March and April for Tatum are kind of like a preseason. And I don't even like everything the Celtics have done right now. It's all gravy to me. Like I'm not looking at this as, oh my God, they have a chance to win a championship. What they do, and if it works out, it works out. But I'm just more focused on getting Tatum right.
Yeah.
Getting everything kind of getting him playing with these guys, figuring out some of the mixes with some of the guys that like Hugo Gonzalez and Nemish Keita and those guys. And let's kind of figure out what the chemistry is there. And I'm more focused on next season. I've always been more focused on next season. But if he comes back and he looks good and he is ready for the playoffs, great. Bonus. Then, Tatum at whatever percentage he is with this team, maybe they can sneak in and do some damage.
One more before we go around the horn. As of today, Boston is second seed in the East. If Boston was in the playing area, 5, 6, 7, are we even having a convo about him coming back?
I would hope that we are. I hope that we would be, because I still don't think that the record never mattered to me. I wouldn't care if they were, challenging the Utah Jazz. I wouldn't care if they had 10 wins. This is about getting Jayson Tatum ready. Again,
right.
When an athlete is healthy and ready to go, get him out there, especially in this situation, because there's value to knocking off rust. There's value to getting yourself into NBA shape. There's value in figuring out, are you 100%? Are you actually going to be Jayson Tatum? What percentage are you going to be? If he's not 100%, if he's not going to be quote unquote Jayson Tatum, then let's figure out what percentage you are and go into the summer with a plan and say, let's just say, for the sake of argument, he's never going to be anything more than 80% of what Jayson Tatum was. Well, at least you kind of have that clue now. And you go into the summer saying, okay, well, how does 80% of Jayson Tatum look? What does he need to do to maximize that? And you go into the summer with the homework that you can put together, work on, and then come into next season and be your absolute best, whatever percentage that is. What I don't want in any scenario is for his first NBA game to be the first game of next season or the preseason of next season. I'd rather get it all out of the way now and figure it out now.
Got it. Joe, Denny?
Joe, would you like to go first?
By all means, you go first, sir.
All right. Well, listen, John.
We're doing this in order of swag, so Denny, you go.
John, thank you. The checks in the mail. 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 I want to apologize first and foremost. I have 2 points, and then I'm gonna pass it off to Joe. I want to first and foremost apologize to the Boston Green. I apologize because I initially thought when Jayson Tatum was going to go down, my prediction was you was going to slide. You was going to slide down in standings.
Totally valid prediction.
I apologize, Jaylen Brown. I apologize. I did not know. I should have known. So I want to apologize for even thinking that you weren't going to bring what you bring to the Boston Celtics. Having stated that, Jayson Tatum is Wolverine. I mean, you said 9 months, right? You said 9 months.
It's getting to 10, but yes.
10 months of a healing factor for this guy to come back, and you know what's interesting? I tore my Achilles, and the thought process as you break down what Jayson Tatum has to go through in terms of getting it out the way now versus doing it next season. And I'm thinking to myself, in my head, I'm like, obviously the thought process is more mental than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's you just literally having to tell yourself every single time in your head when you're out there. It's just the repetitiveness of what you went through to actually get there, the rehab, the work, etc. So it's going to be interesting to see what Jayson Tatum goes through. But Joe, I'm gonna pass it off to you. I have a lot to say about the team in itself, so we have some time though. But go ahead, Joe.
Would you? So is it safe to say that tomorrow's his first game, because that's every angle looking at tomorrow against the Mavericks. That's one.
Yeah.
I think earlier on, Frank Isola and Skiles, they mentioned that might have been a pipeline, but Skiles couldn't really reveal anything. I know you can't either. But one, are you excited? And two, putting everything in realistic, form, what is your expectation tomorrow for him? How many minutes, and what are you looking for to see for the last 20 games? What this first game would be look like?
Listen, I'm always excited to see a player come back off of an injury like this. I don't care who he is, who he plays for. This is a devastating injury. These guys are elite athletes trying to, Jayson Tatum is a Boston Celtic out of just luck of the draft, right? He could have easily been a Philadelphia 76er. It could have been any other team. So I don't care who, where, when. If you get hurt like this, I hope you come back and be 100% yourself. So first and foremost, I know the work that he's put in. I know the drive. I know what his family has put in behind him. I know the work that Nick Sang, his trainer, that the surgeons, the team, everybody has put in. So the first thing is I am happy that we are here. Now, what's next? Realistically, this is part of his rehab. Jayson Tatum didn't break the tape at the finish line, like at the end of a marathon. They put that foil kind of thing around him and celebrate the end of the race. This is just the next step. He's playing NBA basketball, but this is still part of the rehab. So he's still working his way back to being 100%, and he's not 100%. The injury is.
Where do you think he's at? Where do you think he's at right now? I mean, I know you've been close to him. I know you've been watching this process. Where do you think realistically the number?
I don't. Obviously, that's something that's in his own head, and some of that is a mental thing. But I don't think it's possible to be any more than 80% or so at this point, because scrimmaging can only take you so far, right? Any basketball player will tell you, you can't replicate NBA basketball. You can't replicate a game. No matter, even if you're playing against NBA players, even if you're playing against the G League guys or you're going in a full scrimmage at practice, the adrenaline, the crowd, the opponent, all of that stuff, it's a different level. So why I call this the next step of the rehab is there's no way to get to 100% without going through this step first. So I expect him to play on Friday night against Dallas. I think 15, 20 minutes max, but I would be surprised if it's more than 15. I think the best way they could do it is bring him off the bench for the beginning of this. The early stages, 6-7 minutes at a time. So you bring them in, ideally end of the first quarter, give them a few minutes run, quarter break, trainers come over, how you feeling, how you doing, good, okay, natural timeout to get you the first 2 minutes he's going to be clutching his shorts, he's going to be like, oh my god, I'm so out of breath, I'm so out of shape. It's going to be a shock to his system. So you take the quarter break, you come out, you play another 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever it is. First TV timeout, boom, you're out. Chill out, sit on the bench, go through it, go into the back, go through all of your testing, stretching, imaging, if there's any imaging, anything. Then you go through halftime, come out, warm up, do all that stuff, ride the bike, and then second half, end of the third quarter, same plan, 14, 15 minutes, and then be done with it. Be sore, Probably miss the Sunday game against Cleveland. It's an afternoon game, so probably miss that so you can kind of ramp yourself back up, get through the soreness, and do it again. And maybe you do 16, 17, 18 minutes, and you just keep kind of progressing that way until he's ready to do 25 or so. Then maybe you put him into the starting lineup so we can kind of get used to the normal daily, this is what your routine is going to be, just warming up, going through the normal everything, starting everything. So it's going to take at least 2-3 weeks of slowly building up to that before Tatum can actually be consistently something that we remember him being.
Yeah. Danny, one more before I give it to you. If I asked you 10 months ago, what would you look forward to in 2026? Jayson Tatum coming back at the 10th-month mark, or the Celtics being second place in the Eastern Conference when everybody had him down?
Yeah.
Everybody had him down, doubted him. How do you feel about that energy now? Now you're getting Tatum, now you're in second place. Did you ever think or even fathom this happening?
No.
Okay.
No. I said before, I expected Tatum to be back 100%. I expected him early March. So I would have bet all my money on Tatum coming back in early March. But if you said, okay, you're going to run a parlay and parlay that with the Celtics being the second seed, I'm like, no, because I did expect them to be like 5th or 6th. Honestly, I thought this season would be 44, 45, maybe wins, and competing for the 6th seed. I didn't think they were going to be in the play-in. I thought Cleveland, New York were going to be the top 2 teams. And then, Orlando, Detroit would be like 3rd or 4th. And then that 5th, 6th, that competition of what's Philly going to be, didn't know back then. What's Milwaukee going to be, we didn't know back then. And Boston, I thought, could be in that mix. So I'm massively impressed for a lot of different reasons. Jaylen Brown is obviously is one of them. Neemias Queta being a legit starting level center. He was unplayable last year.
Say his name again.
Neemias Queta.
I was trying to find out what the announcement. Neemias Queta.
Neemias with an SH. Portuguese.
Neemias.
It's a little Portuguese little flair there. Neemias Queta.
Neemias Queta. There you go.
Yeah. And then, him being, and then you get like little kind of bits of Josh Minott comes in and starts like 9 games and wins you like a couple of games. And Jordan Walsh starts a bunch of games in a row and wins you a couple of games. And Hugo Gonzalez comes in and wins you a couple of games at the 28th pick. All of the Baylor Shireman is starting and has been like a defensive rebound percentage of like 22% for, as a starter in February. Like, are you kidding me? The defense and rebounding was supposed to be a weakness, and in February they were 1 or 2 in both of those categories. So massively impressed. And obviously all of this is under the umbrella of Joe Mazzulla, who I think is far and away the coach of the year. What he's done with this team is like, I'll say here, I had a conversation preseason with Joe, and we're talking about this. I told him flat out, I said, I think you're a 44, 45 win team. He goes, no, at least 50. And he gave me all the reasons. I was like, okay, Joe, if you say so. And damn it, I'm like, yeah, he was right. Yeah. The dude just knows how to press the buttons, and he got all of these guys doing what they're supposed to do. And I couldn't be more impressed with how this team has done this job.
Yeah. I was going to get to that. Like, where would you have Joe in the coach of the year ranking? Because we know what Bickerstaff is doing with Detroit, the best record in the NBA. San Antonio coach Johnson, the dude from OKC, like
Phoenix,
they're always going to be in the mix. But like Joe Mazzulla to be second seed right now, and the fact that you got Jaylen Brown as an MVP candidate without Tatum coming on the roster. So, big up to Joe Mazzulla. But my question for you is, the last time Tatum was on the floor, it was a different Celtic team. You had Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Porzingis, and they're all gone. Now he's coming back to a brand new roster. So I think it's obviously the mental of, being physically able to be on the court, but getting acclimated to a brand new roster, a brand new system. Like, how do you think that's going to play into the factor?
But I think it's going to be fine because, first of all, he's played with a lot of these guys before, so it's not like it's anything new. Some of the guys are better, and there are a couple of new guys in there. But the Celtics offense has always been about reading and reacting.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not that he has to come in and learn new plays. There are a couple of things, but he's also been around the team all year. He's traveled with the team. He's been on the bench. He's been there, right? He's been like one of the coaches. So he's a smart guy. He gets it. If he doesn't know the plays by now, I would be shocked. This isn't J.R. Smith that we're talking about. This is Jayson Tatum. He knows time, score, situation. He knows the plays. He's going to go out there and be fine. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be fine. Obviously, some growing pains because Tatum's not going to be Tatum yet. So Tatum's got to learn how to play as himself before he learns how to play with these other guys. But they've been around. They've done it. He knows it's not like it's a new language. He knows all the language. He knows all the players. He knows everything they're trying to do. And so I think once he's comfortable and confident, then he can go out there and it'll be a little bit of a bump in the road, but I'm not worried about any of that.
So before anybody chimes in, I know you got to go soon. Once JT gets acclimated and we can see spurts of the all-star of Tatum and you walk into the playoffs, let's say 2-3 seed, how confident are you in this team that not just first round, we can talk about second round, we can talk about conference finals, like how far do you see this team going?
If you get Tatum at just say like that 80% of Tatum, I think they can get to the conference finals, and then from there, it depends on the path. It depends on who they face. And if they've gotten, like last season, Orlando in the first round was brutal. It beat the piss out of them. Mm-hmm. So when they got into New York, like that first round was bad for Boston and good for New York because you guys faced the Pistons. And like, I remember walking past the road locker room and hearing the Knicks saying like, good thing we played the Pistons in the first round. That physicality helped them out. But the physicality that Orlando faced that gave Boston kind of wore them out. And so it depends on the path a little bit. But I think the East is weak.
Really?
It's not going on a limb. I know, right?
Really?
The East is kind of weak, but they're I think they can get past, I don't know who their first or second round. Like, okay, so let's say they stay in the second seed.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be fine against any of the playing teams. I think I don't trust any of the other teams to challenge Boston very much. If they didn't have Tatum, I think there was probably a second round exit still. But with Tatum, it just gives them another guy that you have to worry about. And if even if he's at 80%, and even if he plays maybe 30 minutes a game, it's still enough. Then at that point, I don't know. Is it going to be Detroit in the conference finals? Are they going to be able to handle that physicality? Is Detroit going to be up for the moment? Yeah. And then you still have to, if you get past that, you still have to get past, I don't know, Denver, OKC, whoever comes out of the West. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, this is a championship team. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying they're not a championship team. They can certainly, things can break their way, and it really just depends on how Tatum is going.
Yeah.
But more than anything, whatever they do this year is a building block for next year, and I've always considered next year the year that they be the true contenders. So I think that's going to be we'll see how it goes there. And also, Vucevic is going to be a big element to this. If Tatum can find some chemistry with Vucevic, and Vuce can step up in clutch moments, which is not exactly his thing, but if he can find some level of clutch play,
yeah,
and that changes the dynamic as well.
Because if it ended today, you're looking at the play-in of Orlando, Miami, Charlotte, and Atlanta. If you remain number 2, you're looking at one of those to be your first round opponent.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Charlotte just beat the piss out of Boston.
I saw that.
So it's not, but
yeah,
in a playoff series, you're dealing with a rookie. How's a rookie going to do in the playoffs? It's hard to trust him. LaMelo's playing great, but I don't know when the spotlight's on. Is he going to revert back to, hey, watch me do crazy stuff? LaMelo, like, yeah, right. Like it's going to be kind of, I don't know. So Orlando is broken. They're just broken. I still would rather not see them because of their physicality. But yeah, I think the Celtics can get past any of them. I think they can get past Philly, Toronto. Cleveland would be tough with Harden because Harden, you wouldn't have to rely on Harden to do all of the heavy lifting. You know, Dennis Schroeder is like a low-key important guy for them to handle some of the clutch moments. You know, you got Donovan and you got Schroeder, and I would trust either of those two guys to take a last-minute shot before Harden. So Cleveland could be dangerous. Obviously, the Knicks, I don't know what's going on with Cat. I don't know how that chemistry is going to, but they are still dangerous, obviously. So, it would be tough if Boston had to face New York or Cleveland for sure. Yeah. I think they could win with Tatum, but it's going to be an interesting path either way. So, but yeah, it's fun to even have this conversation this year.
Yeah.
Instead of being on somebody's draft podcast.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Joe, any final ones for John?
Yeah, John, I want to say before we let you go, how impressed have you been this year with Jaylen Brown? Just coming from that Finals MVP, putting on a book bag, knowing that his tag team partner wasn't going to be running with him, and then taking all the criticism, all those things in place. How you feel his play has been? Obviously all-star level, but what are you most impressed about Jaylen Brown this year? And then what do you expect when Tatum comes back to mix in with Brown?
Yeah, it's always an interesting thing to see how Jaylen's going to kind of the Jayson dynamic. First of all, he's been incredibly impressive. I learned a long time ago not to put a ceiling on what Jaylen Brown can be. Okay. And this year, before the calendar switched over to 2026, the efficiency was through the roof. Now, January, February, the efficiency has kind of come back down to earth. And so I'd like to see that mid-range master kind of come back. But he's been dealing with a knee, shoulder, wrist. So I kind of want to see him just like get healthy. If Jayson Tatum coming back can give him anything, maybe it gives Jaylen Brown some minutes to kind of take the pressure off. I remember asking Jaylen early in the season, like, have you learned anything about being the only guy? And he was just like, man, I'm tired. And I think he understands that being tired, like being the number one guy, it wears you out. So it's going to be good to have two guys there that can handle this. Now, obviously, Jaylen has put himself in the MVP conversation. I don't think he's going to be the MVP, but he's in the 3, 4, 5 mix, right? So I think that has been super impressive. And I think Jayson and Jaylen both have to adjust. Jaylen has to be like, hey, I know I've been doing everything. I don't have to do as much. Jayson has to say, whenever he's 100%, I used to be like the number one option. I don't have to do that as much. It's just going to be like a little bit of the figuring out, right? And that part is, I'm not too worried about that, but it's definitely something that has to happen. And I'm looking forward to them kind of working through that stuff. But the last thing I'll say about them is they know that whatever individual stuff that they might want to do on their own pales in comparison to what they'll be looked at as if they win another championship or two together. Because it doesn't matter what your stats are. If Jaylen and Jayson come out of this whole thing with 2 or 3 championships, then gods, statues, you know what I mean? They enter a different level of Hall of Famers where it's like, You got multiple rings. Whew.
Yeah. Yep.
You pass Paul Pierce, you pass KG, you pass the single ring guys. So whatever it is that you need to sacrifice or figure it out, because winning will make you just legendary. So yeah, go do that.
Danny Blanco, any last one for John before he leaves?
I got one more before I ask that question. I just want to give a shout out to, you mentioned earlier Joe Mazzulla, and I was confused about the strategy early on in the season. And I'm seeing all these lineups. I'm seeing different lineups, and I'm sitting back asking myself, like, Joe, what are you doing? And as I'm watching this, and I look at the team leaders of the Boston Celtics, and I answered myself just now. I'm just like, that's what you were doing, Joe. You were giving them experience. You were giving them chemistry. You were changing up the lineups, making sure everyone got the ability to see what this game was going to be down the stretch. Shout out to Derek White, by the way, before I ask this question, because a lot of people, for those who don't know, when I was talking about Keita earlier, I was just like, I saw highlights and I said, who is this other center that they just automatically just have out of, comes out of nowhere? But obviously, you would know more about him than I would. But Derek White leads the team in assists, steals, and blocks, and played every game. Every game.
Amazing.
So my last question to you, good sir, John, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. It's in the Game podcast. You know what it is. Joe Cruz, super producer Randy J. Cruz, Denny Blanco. Besides Jalen, besides Peyton, besides Derek, who is the next most important Boston Celtics in terms of winning this championship this year?
Besides Jalen, besides Jason, besides Derek, Neemias Queta, the starting center, because the defense protecting the rim has been it's between him and Vooch, but I'm going to go with Queta because he's been here. He's progressed so nicely. Much more than anything I thought he would be. I thought he'd get better, but I didn't think he'd be this. But he's just grown. You're going to need to stop people. You're going to need to be able to defend. You need to be able to defend the pick and roll. You're going to have to come up to touch. You're going to have to be able to drop. You're going to have to be able to do a lot of things, block shots, and it's going to be a challenge. He's been up to the challenge this regular season. Playoffs are going to be a different animal, and I think what the other guys are going to give you. Queta is just going to have to be that defensive center that when you're up 2 and someone drives, are you going to change the shot, block the shot without fouling? Are you going to make that defensive play? Are you going to make the read? Are you going to know what to do, when to do it? Are you going to understand all that timing in that moment? And that's going to be, because it's such a mental challenge, that's going to be the thing. So I'm saying this as much to give Queta the credit for being as good as he's been this year, which has been phenomenal. But it's just a matter of now playoff time, you got to do it. You got to come up big. And if the Celtics are going to win a championship, if they're going to do anything like that this year, Queta has to be an amazing defensive center for the Celtics.
Got it. John, listen, man, we love you, man. We appreciate you. I know we had you on 8 minutes longer, but we thank you, man. I know we'll see each other very soon. Anytime you want to come back on, let us know.
Guys, I'm happy to give you guys extra minutes. This is my favorite other podcast to do. You guys are the best, man. I love you guys.
Love you too, man. Thanks, Johnny. Have a good one.
Be safe, man. Have a good night. Thank you.
Enjoy tomorrow's game.
All right. That was John Corrales giving us some wisdom on the Jayson Tatum of it all, likely returning tomorrow night against the Dallas Mavericks. Before we change tunes, what do you think of the insight he gave us? Do you feel like you know more about what's going to happen tomorrow, the insights and how the outlook is going to be? Are you more excited now for Tatum coming back tomorrow?
Randy, I'm excited for Tatum. Shout out to him. I want to see him get his rhythm. But if the Boston Celtics are relying on Nikola Vucevic. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. He mentions Kita. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned Kita because I'm trying to understand what he said now before he left. Now, okay, he mentioned Kita. Kita, Mr. Allen over in Cleveland. Okay, he's gonna have something to say to you. Karl Anthony Towns, he's gonna have something to say to you. Excuse me, Duran, Jalen Duran, is that his name? Jalen Duran.
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna have something to say to you. So it's gonna be very, very, very interesting if they're gonna make this run. If they're gonna make this run, and I don't know, depending on seeding, should I even bring up? What's my Joel Embiid? I mean, he's on one leg, so should I even bring him up? I mean, he may give you 1 or 2 games, give you 40, and then bounce. Either way, it's gonna be interesting to see where we land in the next couple of games. We got 20 left.
Just about, yeah.
That's about 20.
20 left. Let's set the
Going
scene,
fast,
Randy.
right?
Yeah, let's just set the
Going
scene. Let's just set the scene. Let's just get everybody situated, and let's just get ready to rumble. Because the JV East is going to scrap it out. It's going to scrap it out.
They are
going to scrap it out. But let's be clear, it's going to be a physical battle over in the West too.
So I know we were doing this live while other games were going on. Before we get to that, over 260 people have chimed in somehow, some way, whether on X or YouTube. I would bake my money on Twitter having the most people coming in. But listen, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Any questions, comments, feedback regarding the interview with John earlier, Tatum, Celtics, NBA, hit us up in the chat. We'll get right to it. But there was a big game in the NBA going on right now. Top dog in the East and the second place in the West with the Spurs. So Joe told me, hey man, put the scoreboard up. Let's see. Let's keep it, everything live. So as of right now,
they're getting their ass whooped, Denny.
Matter of fact,
71-52.
My fault. This is the one I wanted. 71-55. Currently live. San Antonio over Detroit. This is the second quarter. About to be halftime. Wemby with
24
and 7 at the half. And for Detroit, Cade with, where's it up? 11. You mentioned Duran. He got 6 and 6. So that's what we got with Detroit and the Spurs currently going on live.
5 for 16. 5 for 16. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me reset. Because now I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Wait a minute, Randy.
What's up?
Joe?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I just put a breakdown the other day of Stephon Castle put in Cade Cunningham in his back pocket. Now, I don't know, but if I'm a betting man, I think Stephon Castle's got it. Your man Cade. And what is Cade shooting?
5 for 16.
5 for 16, yeah.
1 for 4 from 3.
Yay.
So he's a minus 14 on the floor. Took the most shots, right? Played the most minutes. And I'm gonna tell you what the backfire the Pistons is. If you're gonna depend on Cade Cunningham, you better understand you gotta give him some rest. He's starting to break down towards the end of the season. I know he's the motorcade. I know he's built like that, but the last 4 or 5 games, then if you're watching the game closely, he's struggling some shots. He's struggling on his lift. He's guarding he's a great defender. He's guarding his player. He's getting pick and roll. He's getting hit on screens. I mean, it's taking a toll on his body, man. You could tell on the shooting percentage that, he's not really getting that lift. I know we got 20 games left, so I think Detroit should think about, bringing in some games in for a little while before the playoffs, because if you're going to put your franchise in a situation like this where he needs to take over and he's tied at this point in the season, 45-15 could blow right in front of your face first round if Cade ain't the way he's supposed to be playing. So, and the Spurs are dominating. Spurs, got the alien, they got Steven Castle, they got a wonderful bench. They got listen, they got a really, really good organization, really, really good roster. Wouldn't be surprised to see them in the NBA Finals. I mean, crazy to say it, but they just got young real quick and they got good, really fast.
They got an army. Okay, they have an army. Your man Stephon Castle. This highlights is 2 minutes long.
It's crazy.
Your man was picking him up 94 feet. K's used to just coming off the guy scoring, getting it, and then moving accordingly. No, Stephon Castle pick you up 94 feet. Now you gotta waste energy bringing it up court. You gotta beat the what? 8 second half court.
Yeah,
eight, right? Yeah,
8 second. You gotta beat the 8 second. Boom. So you gotta hustle up. Boom. Get up. Now you gotta worry about. All right. Now I gotta get into an action. All right. Boom. Duran, come set this screen. Bomb. Duran, come. Maybe he's getting bumped. Okay. Now you gotta fight over that. Now you gotta create your own shot. Then you take a late shot. Miss. Come back down. You gotta defend. Now you gotta use energy there.
Yeah. Plus he's getting double team. Plus he's getting
He's getting double team. Yes.
Yeah, like it's not easy for K. Like he makes it look easy, but I think right now teams are being physical. Even though the Pistons are a very, very physical team at its origin, but in order to beat the Pistons, you got to beat them with their own recipe, and that's a play physicality down low with Doran, with Tobias, with Cade. Even their coach is rugged. They take the same DNA from the coach. So, I kind of seen Cade slowing down a little bit, struggling, forcing some shots, not getting the same lift. And he's going to see the best defender every single game. So, it'd be interesting to see what Detroit does, in the last 20 games to rest, give a little bit of rest to Cade. I think all of us are fans of him. We want to see him in the playoffs to be successful, and we really want to see how Detroit goes in the playoffs, right? I mean, they're the best team in the league, in the second best team in the league, and how they do in the playoffs is really going to be pretty much what we're going to see moving forward. Is can they really bring it home or can they do it? And then when they're going to do it, they're going to do it with the motorcade.
Just trying to get in some other key games going on. This is It's in the Game podcast live. Trying to give you some updates on some potential.
We got Miami and
we got Brooklyn. A close game with Orlando and the Mavericks. If I had that queued up.
Orlando and the Mavs.
The Mavericks.
Cooper Flag is back. Cooper Flag is back, Denny. You wildin'.
He's back?
He's back, baby. He's back, baby.
Okay. Let me erase that. Let me take that L back.
He's not shooting good. He's not shooting good, but he got 15.
5 and 4 for Cade. I'm sorry, Cade. Cooper Flag. I'm sorry.
Light. CF, Cooper Flag.
Banchero 16 and 12.
Can I ask you gentlemen something real quick, please?
Yes.
I'd like to ask you gentlemen real quick, if you don't mind, Randy, open it up to our faces, our beautiful faces. Shout out to everybody watching us. We appreciate you. I think we should go back to times where we do co-rookie of the year. I'm starting to get really agitated at having a pick between two players that I think can be co. And we've done co-rookies of the year before.
Yeah, but not damn near 27 years, I think, with E. Brand and Steve Francis.
Grant Hill.
Remind me. Yes, remind
Grant
me.
Hill and J. Kidd, 94.
That was 94. I'm saying the last time was probably 99 with E. Brand.
But here's another thing. I always thought LeBron and Melo was perfect for a co.
It should have been Melo.
But okay, and there's people that gave. Obviously, LeBron won it, right?
Yeah.
That's the machine, though. That's the machine.
You feel me? So if it was a co, for me, I'd have like bet co it. Boom, because they both made impacts that year as rookies.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about both making impacts as rookies, Cooper Flag and then Con Knueppel, your man is a problem. And that's one of the reasons why them Charlotte boys, them Hornet boys,
they're 500, bro.
16-3 in the last 19 games. 16-3. They're not just beating people.
Yep.
They're beating people.
Sorry.
They're smacking people around. Huh? Absolutely. They're smacking you talking about your man LaMelo Ball, your man skipping up the court like it's Rucker for real. Like he plays the game like like I have a 2K, like I have the Xbox controller, and I'm just playing like do. Like it doesn't matter if I shoot from half court with one leg.
So, I mean, the last 10 games, going back to February 9th, 2018, 15, 33, 28, 21, 28, 10, 13, and 20. And I assume majority of these are W's because I think they're like 19-3
Yep.
in the last 20
it.
plus
Yep.
in the last 20 plus games. So it's not like they're scoring and they're losing. They're climbing up that ladder to be in that playing game. They could be in the top 6 when it's all said and done. I think they're starting 5 with Melo, Knipple,
Bridges.
who I'm forgetting?
Brandon Miller.
Mute, I forget it. I think it's the center, the center. But yeah,
Kalkbrenner.
They're like 19 or whatever as a starting 5 units. So yeah, they're really getting active now.
20 years old. He's a baby. He don't even know how to play yet. He don't even know. He hasn't even tapped in to his potential yet. That's what's so. And then shout out to Kobe White.
What are you talking about, Knipple? So you feel Knipple is the rookie of the year?
He's saying I think.
Well, the reason I'm going to say Knipple is because who would have thought the Charlotte Hornets had 32 wins at this point in juncture in time?
And it's all because of him?
He's a major factor. He's just from shooting. He's 6'6". He can guard. He plays defense. Don't get it twisted. He's strong. You're not going to move him. And he shoots. He's a very good shooter from 3-point land, bro. You got to respect him. So all those drives are coming in the middle. Those are easy kickouts. And you know how we used to play ball. That's all we need is a kickout shot for us. So what I'm saying to you, I'm not saying he's better than Cooper Flag. I just think Cooper Flag was out a lot of games. Plus, the Mavericks aren't winning, and then we're going to reward winning. This reminds me of the LeBron and Melo. If you're going to reward winning, you're going to reward Conker Nipple. And if you're going to reward if you're going to take over the machine and go with the machine, you're going to go with the Coop. You're going to go with the Coop man. But I'm going to go with Knipple because Knipple has proven to me that he could play 30 minutes a game. He don't play scared. He's not rattled. He's gonna make big shots, and he has a clutch gene. He played for Duke, bro. He's built for this. And
so the Cooper Flag.
I love Cooper Flag. I love
the goddamn same team, Chico.
Shit. I mean, come on, man. So I'm gonna go with Knipple. I don't think it's a two-way race. I think if they go with the machine, they're gonna give it to do a two-way race, or they give it to Cooper Flag, but if you're going to reward winning, I mean, Charlotte Hornets is above 500, if not at 500, and it's probably one of the top 6 teams in the East. Not saying much, but who thought the Hornets be winning in this part of the season right now? Like right now, So, shout out to the Hornets.
Trying to put up the stats of both Cooper Flag and Conker Nipple at the same time.
What do you think about Ant-Man yelling at his coach the other day?
Ant-Man about what? Remind me.
Ant-Man, when he hit that shot against the Clippers.
Oh yeah,
and how he hit the shot against the Clippers and he was yelling at his coach. What do you think about that?
That's one of those things that you're gonna have to live and die with, right? Like, listen, man, he got the green light, and if and Edwards is gonna make
how green,
he's gonna determine and win a loss in that team. So if he gonna talk shit to me and he gonna make that shot, I gotta eat that. But if he misses it, I'd rather him take that last shot and miss it than anybody else at that point in time. Maybe Randall, but 9 out of 10, I'm going Edwards.
So we're doing this in real time. So again, thank you to the 345 people who have tapped in somehow, some way, whether on X or on YouTube. Again, hit that like, subscribe button on YouTube. It helps with the algorithm. We are at 762 subs on there, so we're climbing to 800, then 850. 900,
then 1,000, then 2,000, then 10,000, baby.
So as we are checking things live, so I saw maybe about 20 minutes ago, with this. So Mark Stein says the Suns have lost Mark Williams for a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks with a stress reaction in the left foot. So yeah, I don't know if the game was today or yesterday, but he's gonna be out for quite some time.
That sucks.
Don't know. Oh, there you go. This is what I mean. That's what I wanted. Sorry. So yeah, he's gonna be out for a little while, and even Phoenix doing good, better than what most people thought after losing Durant and a couple other key guys. But I think they kind of wrote the ship over there in Phoenix. So yeah, so no Mark Williams. I think Brooks is out too with the broken hand. So they've been they've been getting the injury bug lately. So big ups to speedy recovery to both guys. But yeah, that's the word on the Phoenix Suns of it all.
Injuries.
That's
injury,
2 players now. They're 2 down now. Dylan Brooks and Mark Williams. Ugh.
Injury bug is going crazy. The injury bug is flying all over the place. But just to double back, you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do not do what Anthony Edwards did with his coach. He's Anthony Edwards. You are not Anthony Edwards. You cannot talk to your coach like that. Okay, we're here at It's in the Game podcast to educate. Okay, it's cute that Anthony Edwards did it, but you're not Anthony Edwards. Okay, relax. Relax. You feel me?
How about the Jaylen Brown Undertaker sign when he dunked it on somebody like this? They put the Undertaker sign like boop. Jaylen Brown on somebody. Oh, look at this tie game.
You got a tie ball game with the Mavericks and the Magic going on live right now. 2:40 left in the fourth quarter. Gonna see how that goes down. I think that's the more tighter game that we have on the schedule right now. But also, I'm gonna go back real quick. I think Trae Young made his debut with the Washington Wizards.
I'm shocked. I thought he took the year off.
Yo, Denny, I was telling Randy, I said, there's got to be a point in this podcast that we circle back. Remember we said in this podcast about a month ago, we said, are we going to see Giannis? Yeah. And are we going to see Trae this year? And we both said, I don't think they're going to play. And I'm really shocked they played. I'm really shocked that they came back and played. Like, I'm really shocked I saw Giannis come back. I'm like, wow, Giannis, wow, that's crazy. So how do you feel? How did you feel about that? Like, I was shocked about that.
I was 100% shocked. At this point, what's 20 games left? I mean, yeah, you get your money's worth. Games of Giannis and Trae Young. Woo, 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 woo. You know, for me, shut it down. Start next season. What do you? I mean, you definitely know Washington's not making the playoffs. Okay, we know the Bucks. I don't think the Bucks can make a run to make the playoffs. Where are they at?
I mean, listen,
the 11th. Come on now, they gonna make a run and make the what? It's the 10 for playing.
7, 8, 9, 10.
It's 10.
After they gave Trae Young that technical foul, that he better play.
Oh, you know what? Let me give a shout out. Let me give a quick shout out. You know, we've been talking about the East and everybody. We talked about the Sixers. We talk about Cavs. We talk about the Knicks. We talk about the Celtics. We talk about the Pistons. Not for nothing. The Atlanta Hawks.
Yo, I'm out. Yo, I'm out. No, Randy.
Man, we got Rashad McCants, man. Out the mo. Yo, we out.
Please, Randy. Please, Randy. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear this man talk about no Hawks to me, man. Because I told this man.
What about the Hawks? What about them?
Oh my God, he wasn't even watching the Hawks. I told him with Jalen Johnson. This guy.
Atlanta's 10th, by the way.
You act like I don't do a breakdown almost every other day where I talk about all teams, especially, and just not even especially Atlanta, but
so again, what you think about the again? Go.
Do the bird. You doing the bird, baby.
Why you like them now?
No. It's not that I like them now. What I'm saying is, I like what they've done with their trades.
Yes.
This year, I completely love the pickup with McCullough. Yes. I love the pickup with Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love the pickup. So I just want to see them, play and get chemistry, and develop continuously. But they're young, just like the Hornets. So I'm just like I'm excited about the Hornets and how they're building. I'm excited about the Hawks and how they're building. And did you see also too Bam talking smack about how he's tired of being
a play-in, yeah.
Bam.
Bam, you knew this already, bro. You had a chance to get out of there, man. You're here for life.
See, here's the thing, Bam. Here's the thing. I'm talking to you, Bam. You know, at one point, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I'm watching you play, and I'm just like, yo, I'm looking for you to take that, like, I don't know, like that Giannis or next level leap. If I'm making sense,
He's
like
not
I'm
built
expecting, I'm gonna land the plane that you take it, Joe, please. But in terms of me thinking, like, yo, like you should be like, yo, I'm seeing you at 30, 15, 8 assists. Like I'm trying to look at those numbers that Giannis put. I'm like, yo, you can do that, Bam. But then I don't get that sauce. I don't get it. And you're like, that's not him. Why is that not him?
I think he's been playing out of position all his career.
What, he's a 4?
I think he's a 4 to me. Not a 5. I think he's more like a stretch 4 that could put on the floor, like a little not Gardner. I'm talking about guys that put the ball on the floor at the 4.
He's just starting to shoot threes. For me, I'm just starting to see him shoot threes this year. Recently, he's starting to shoot threes. And I'm just like, bro, where have you been? Vucevic is shooting threes. Brook Lopez is shooting threes. Valanciunas is shooting threes. You got everybody, almost every center except Zubac. Every center shooting threes. You gotta get with the program,
Miami always had shooters, so I felt like maybe they didn't have him to do that at that point. I think they had a lot of shooters. I think, you know, what the Heat always do is put people in good position. So, but I haven't really watched much Heat games. I mean, my uncle's a big time Heat fan, you know, living in Florida. He gets frustrated with Bam, but I don't know if you're going to see anything else from Bam's game besides that 3-pointer you're mentioning that's going to elevate his game to where you want to see him like Giannis. It's not like that. He has a different game. He's a more smoother game, like a Jermaine O'Neal, but less.
Well, be smooth. Be smooth number 8. Be smooth number 8, because it ain't gonna make unless Miami makes a trade of some sort. It ain't gonna work. And then obviously, I want to see you guys in the Eastern Conference. I want to see you play against the Cleveland Cavaliers and not hack the living daylights out of James Harden's hand. I want to see that not happen.
What do you think about them?
The Cavs?
Yeah.
Well,
the James Harden and the Mitchell Cavs. How you feel about them right now?
Well, they're very dangerous.
They're very dangerous.
But James Harden in the playoffs is James Harden in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you can. Oh yeah, James. Yeah. I've seen James in the playoffs.
Yep.
You've seen James in the playoffs. What do you think about James in the playoffs? Not regular season, not MVP. James in the playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you this. That's the most talented team he has in his career.
What that got to do with him in the playoffs?
I think now he's more seasoned, and other players have the ability to score the ball without him having been scrutinized to score the ball. But he got to do it in crunch time. I can't argue that. I can only say he has a better team with him this year, so the excuses are way less.
When they start doubling Donovan, because it'll come later down in the deep playoffs. When they start doubling Donovan and they start leaving James Harden open, or he has to start making shots, or he has to start making tough shots. That's when we're gonna start asking ourselves, James. This is the time.
Yep.
That's when we're gonna start asking questions, real hard questions. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I don't doubt Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah,
I don't doubt him. He's battle tested. Championship games overseas. Say what you want. They say what you want. Playoffs here. He's battle tested.
Absolutely.
So
you got 115, 114 Magic up with 1.4 seconds left, up by 115, 114.
There you go.
Did you know that right now?
I was
It's
just trying to
crazy.
cue it up. Yeah.
Nice. Good job. I'm gonna see who
So
makes the
Orlando
shot.
won, right? It's over.
Word. Oh, I'm
They're saying
late.
they won.
I'm late. Okay, maybe they missed a shot. Anyway, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who was killing. Yeah, Banchero 16-12-6 for the Magic. Cooper Flag with 18-6-5. Gafford 12-13. Klay Thompson with 24 off the bench.
Wow.
All right.
Yo, yeah, Banchero out of there. Banchero out of there.
I don't like
Banchero.
Banchero here. I don't think Banchero
Really?
had a good year this year.
Banchero out of there, boy. Banchero. Whoa, the coach talking about the coach. Yo, you need to.
Well, hold on. They haven't had Franz Wagner all year either, too, bro. So at the end,
They haven't
of the
had
day,
anybody. The
True,
Wagner,
true.
both
That-
brothers.
No,
Both
they
I
haven't
brothers
had
been in.
Franz, bro.
it was Franz, then
Mo-
Banchero. Hold on. Franz, Banchero, even Suggs was out for a minute.
Yep.
Mo was
They
out
haven't-
as well.
They haven't had a full roster at the same time. So
Correct.
it's because if they're all healthy, we will be saying Orlando's going to be top 3, top 4. That was the vibe coming into the season. Like, yo, it's New York, it's Detroit, and
For
then in Boston, we'll see what's going on. Cavaliers, we thought Philly with Embiid and Paul George and Tyrese Maxey and VJ, like, oh, they're coming in fresh and healthy. But now you're seeing your Toronto's doing well. You're seeing like Charlotte in the mix now. So, I mean, I like that when it comes to that point when different teams are just not the norm of like the regular chalk top 6, top 8. Yeah, Milwaukee goes down. Chicago will be in that play-in. Atlanta falls down. Orlando's going to drop. Miami's going to be in that 6, 7, 8 range all the time. So, but to see Toronto and the Knicks and Boston and Detroit be number 1. No one had Detroit number 1 as of right now in early March. No, not with 40 plus
Nope.
dubs.
Not even.
40 plus
Not
dubs.
even. Not even.
No.
I got a few more before I let you guys go. We're at the 1 hour mark. If I find anything else on the Twitter, I'll bring it up. But I know you guys are big fans of hip hop. So I see it on Twitter. You know, people get like, oh, this or that, this or that. I like that engagement. I like the what would you pick? Because I already feel Joe would have a different answer from Dennis, which is, great television. But the question is, which tape are you bumping? I mean, like, I think you got to pick one. And this is all Wu-Tang related, not my tweet, the guy's tweet. So the tweet is, which tape are you bumping? 36 Chambers, Liquid Swords, Iron Man, Only Built, Return to the 36, and to Cal. And you see in the corner, it says Wu-Tang Forever. So you got 7 options, and I guess you got to pick one.
Bumping means like get rid of, or bumping means the first tape you're gonna hear.
Listening.
Listen.
You gotta get your vernacular situated. You heard? You gotta get your vernacular situated. It's bumping, listening, bumping that music.
Shout
You
out
heard?
to Paris 80 with the tweet. So yeah, it's not that easy, depending on who you ask. But these are your 7 choices.
Only built for Cuban Link.
Really?
Yeah, man. Only built for Cuban Link was for me.
Okay.
Everybody, subjective, but
No,
for me,
listen, man.
and don't get me wrong, I loved Old Dirty Bastard too. So
I'm torn between Enter the 36 Chambers or Ghostface Killer Iron Man.
Enter the 36 Chambers is number 1 thing, right?
Yeah, it's the first
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I need to get some glasses because I didn't even. Yeah.
You got some on.
Get your binoculars up. Get your binoculars up, okay? Get your
Right,
binoculars
man.
up, okay?
Get your Cohen's optical up.
Yeah,
Up, okay? You
I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to change that to the Wu first. You know, mystery chess boxing, METHOD man. It's too many bangers. Protect your neck.
Protect your neck.
Cream. Cash rules everything around me. We know
Didn't
the
you tell
vibe.
Randy? You tell him that you're gonna disagree with me?
I did. Well, now if you're both picking 36 Chambers, then you're on the same side now. But before, it was looking like
Yeah, sometimes we agree. Sometimes we disagree.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we do agree on music. Sometimes we
okay.
disagree.
To make it more difficult, take the top one out because that's
All
more the whole Wu, but now you
All
got
right.
the all individual Jizza,
All right.
Ghost, Ray, ODB, and Method Man. Which one
All
are you
right.
taking?
Which one am I taking? Supreme Clientele.
Supreme Clientele is
Ghostface.
not there.
You should have did
Iron
a draft. You should have did a
Yo.
draft. You pick one, I pick one.
Supreme Clientele. Nah, only built for Cuban links.
All right, so you're picking Raekwon. So now that these 5, Joe, don't count Wu-Tang Forever and 36, which one are you taking? Or bumping?
I'm going with Iron Man.
Or still Iron Man? Okay.
I feel you.
What's next, Dennis? Who you got next? Let's break it down. Who you got next? Let's do a little quick draft. Who you picking next?
Well, who I'm picking next in terms of
the next bumping album you're gonna pick after the last ones you just picked.
Or like you order, like what I
Yes.
bump. Okay, so you got Raekwon first, and then I bumped the second, third, fourth, and fifth.
Well, he picked 36 Chimney first, then he picked Raekwon. So now you go again. You go ahead. What's the next one? Jizza, Old Dirty, Method Man, or the Wu-Tang?
I was old dirty all day.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Wu-Tang Forever. I got both classic albums.
Wait, Wu-Tang Forever is down there?
That's on the
side,
corner right. It's flipped.
When that's vertical, get your optical up, baby. Come on, get your verticality up to date, my guy.
Bombatomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can find
make it jump like Ross Strickland.
Your man Spectre Deck was not playing games. He was not playing freaking games, bro.
No, it's probably one of the best intro to like a multi-person
posse cut.
Yeah, that has I don't know what else, but
posse cut.
That's got to be the top. Last one, gentlemen, before we wrap up. Keeping it with music. This is a real quick, no debate. Just we're gonna highlight an anniversary. I find weird shit. So I'm like,
you do
keep that. I know this might hit our wheelhouse with our age, but today, on March 5th, 1991, very nice soundtrack came out today. So probably one of the best movies of my lifetime.
Oh yeah.
The soundtrack to 35 years ago today, March 5th, 91, New Jack City released.
Wow. Culture at its finest.
Still up there for like top 2, top 3, definitely the top 5 of movie soundtracks with this, Above the Rim, Boomerang. I'm probably missing a whole bunch of other ones, but this one right here, along with the
Nutty
Nutty Professor, but I think it coincides with how good this was with how great the movie was. So you ain't got like a dope movie and a whack ass soundtrack. You had a great movie, great soundtrack, and it would just you remember the scenes of when you heard those songs pop up. But I saw it earlier. Shout out to I love hip hop _88, 35 years ago, New Jack City soundtrack released. Do you remember any joints from there or like the movie?
Of course, the movie. In terms of the music, the understanding of why these movies in that time had such impact with soundtracks was because marketing executives and music executives understood, besides radio, they could break their artists through the movie soundtrack. So that's why soundtracks, you're like, yo, this was an album of different, it was the kind of like a mixtape before a mixtape, if you will, of different artists coming together and making beautiful music. So I love the New Jack Swing, the New Jack City, New Jack Swing. You saw your man Wesley in New Jack City. You saw him dancing.
Mm-hmm.
You saw him hitting it because it was a New Jack Swing. And if you don't know about the New Jack Swing, New Jack City, New Jack City. If you don't know about it, obviously you mentioned the date and everything, but you always do the Googles and the YouTubes, and you go up on there and you take a look and see how folks was dancing back then, how folks was dressing back then, how folks was moving back then. It was a good time.
Joe?
I don't agree with you too much, but I have to agree with you on this one. This is part of my childhood. This is something that was my high school heartbeat to trying to find a woman trying to find any kind of action when these songs pop up. It was definitely house party, want to sex you up. I mean, any what's that song with oh man,
I want to sex you up is on it.
Aaron Hall.
Yeah. No, don't be with don't be afraid. Was that?
Don't be.
Was that,
No, that was Juice.
No, that was Juice.
That whole swing, that whole.
You forgot. I'm dreaming.
Oh my God, Christopher Williams. Is that on that soundtrack?
Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. See, I don't know about no New Jack Swing now. You know what I mean? Like you.
No. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about this album. This has wonderful shelf life. You could put it on anytime. You're like, damn, this is. It could bring you right to the exact time you thought about this song when it came on. That's how you know it's good shelf life. That is one of the best albums. And like you said, before the Clues, before the Khaled's, this was the soundtrack, man. This was people's opportunities to be on a TV screen, to bring hip hop to a whole different light, elevate the culture. And what we endure right now is everything that was been in the past, man. So Ice-T, I mean, it's incredible, man. Like all these artists, dope.
Yeah, Guy, Christopher Williams, Ice-T, Keith Sweat,
Mario Van Peebles,
Levert, True Live Crew. So
this is classic.
Massive
classic.
Massive.
Gentlemen, thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. If you're watching It's in the Game podcast, 430 people have tapped in some way. Thank you guys. Whether you're watching on X or YouTube, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Show us some love and support for your boys on the program. Fund the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Denny Blanco at Sir Denny Blanco on all social media platforms. Joe Cruz at Hoops in the Sun and J Cruz CEO on Instagram and Twitter. Myself, Randy J Cruz, RENDY, letter J CRUZ. From myself, Denny Blanco, Joe Cruz. We'll be back next week. It's in the Game podcast. We out.
It's in the game, you heard?
Yes, sir.
It's in the game, you heard?
Danny, look at me real quick. Danny, there you go. Keep it right there.